My fellow Guardians, what's up y'all? Your dude Sly here, and welcome back to another Sly Nation Destiny 2 Beyond Light video. With the raid only a week away and more of us able to solo the new Legend Lost sectors as our power continues to grow, I want to make another video going over all of the new exotics that you can expect to find out in the world. Now, just a quick heads up, and in case some of you out there didn't know, not a single one of the new exotics that come with Beyond Light are available in the Season Pass exotic engrams. In fact, it seems that the only exotics you can pick up through engrams these days are going to be the old ones. Now, unless it's a bug, and I don't think it is, not a single one can be found by picking up World Drop exotic engrams or even the Season Pass exotic engrams. Once you have them unlocked, simply right click and preview the engram. Doing this will show you what's able to drop through this specific engram. You can do this with just about any engram available. You can also hover over it to see what light it's going to drop, what power it's going to drop at. From legendary to primes, exotics, all of them. It'll let you know what this engram could drop once it's decoded. So this means that all the new exotics are either locked up via quests or the new raid, or the new Legend difficulty Lost sectors. However, that does not mean the raid cannot or will not drop us any surprises. So let's dive into all the new exotics that come with Beyond Light and take a look at all of their perks as well. So let's start with the good shit, guys, the weapons. First up, a few that we've seen before, starting with No Time to Explain. This gun came into the game in Destiny 1 as an exotic pretty late in the game. Known as the Stranger's Rifle after the Destiny 1 campaign, it's been a fan favorite for quite some time. However, as Destiny 1 continues to grow and continues to get bigger, it gets harder and harder to make weapons and exotic armor that live up or surpass what's been done before, and simply refunding rounds on precision hits no longer does the trick. So I think of this as like No Time to Explain 2.0. So no time to explain, exotic perk, Rewind Again. Precision shots and shots against combatants slowed or frozen by stasis will return rounds to the magazine. Intrinsic perk, full auto trigger system, pretty self-explanatory. This weapon is a hard-hitting pulse rifle in the 340 rounds per minute category, 24 rounds in the mag. Of course, you have way more shots than that depending on your accuracy or the situation. 33 impact, 73 range with 60 stability and 64 reload. Overall, pretty good weapon. Nothing amazing, sticks out quite yet, but pair it with Warlock Getaway Artist gauntlets. This is going to give you an Arc Soul and a Time Portal. Pretty much your own mini fire team. Like I said, nothing too mind-blowing, but it's definitely a whole lot of fun. Next up, the Season Pass exotic, and frankly one of my favorites in Beyond Light so far, Duality. Exotic perk, Compression Chamber. Fires a pellet spread in hipfire mode or a single slug round while ADS, aka aiming down sights. Intrinsic perk, On Black Wings. Pellet final blows grant a stacking precision damage and reload speed buff. Precision hits with slugs extend the duration. Impact 80, range 73 with a terrible reload stat of 11. It definitely helps to reload when having On Black Wings loaded up. 65 rounds per minute with 6 in the mag. This is not only one of the best looking exotics out there right now, but it is so freaking powerful. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if this ends up being used in strategies in the upcoming new raid in a few weeks' time. Now, if you haven't tried it out, take the time to really give this shotgun a go and use the different modes. Be sure to first hip fire the weapon, and then after a shot or two, aim and land some heavy hitting shots on a boss. Make sure that precision hits. It's not out of the question to be able to wipe out a Lost Sector boss with just one magazine. Next, the last of the quote-unquote easier to get exotics in the game, Salvation's Grip. Exotic perk, Cryo Cannon. Hold to charge, release to fire. This weapon's projectile creates stasis crystals and freezes nearby targets. Intrinsic perk, Flash Freeze. Charging this weapon increases the freeze radius and amount of stasis crystals created. Now, I'm still playing around with timing on this. It seems that somewhere around 3 to 4 seconds of charging gains you the extra crystals, and any time, charged after that is simply wasted. Now, don't quote me on this, as I still need to mess around with it some more, but so far, that's what it seems. As always, if I miss something or that doesn't seem right, be sure to comment down below. 47 stability, 52 handling with a reload speed of 32. Velocity pretty slow at 29, blast radius also small at 30. 120 rounds per minute with 8 in the mag. This is all about crystal formation, guys, and freezing, not about damage. While it can kill on direct hits, this pairs very, very nicely with shatter damage, especially with the Warlock and the new Shatter Seekers. It's crazy that they packed a new grenade into a Warlock's side ability, which makes it absolutely awesome and pretty damn powerful. If you don't have this weapon yet, you can get it fairly easily after the campaign in Beyond Light. Besides the amazing missions within this quest, Salvation's Grip is something you should be definitely using. To obtain new stasis subclass aspects and fragments, you have to do all kinds of things related to stasis. I mean, get shatter kills, slow kills, powered melee, I mean, name it. This means you have to wait for your super or abilities to keep charging, use after use. However, this exotic is stasis, so you can use this to do everything. It's going to save you so much time completing all of those quests that require stasis damage or shatter kills or things like that. It is quite the fun weapon, not to mention it can also be used as an instant platform constructor. And just my opinion here, but I think within the upcoming raid, to get to some secret chests or to even complete jumping puzzles, we're going to have to use the wall grenades and stasis, and also this grenade launcher to get from place to place. Alright, Guardians, next up, let's get to the good stuff. One of the weapons I'm really looking forward to, the exotic lightning sniper rifle Cloud Strike. Exotic perk, Mortal Polarity. Precision final blows generate a lightning bolt at the target's location. Intrinsic perk, Stormbringer. Rapid precision hits create a lightning storm at the point of impact. As far as stats go, impact of 55, which is range 64, decent stability, handling, and reload. Aim assistance 68, which isn't too bad for snipers these days. However, the recoil sits at 68, which is not that great. Now, we're going to have to wait and see if this proves to be worth it or not. I can see great montages being created already. One headshot brings out a lightning bolt that kills 4 others around them in a crucible. What I'm really curious to see is if in the future this will become the next Whisper of the Worm in terms of raid strategies and boss damage. Now the archetype of this sniper tells me no, but that will all depend on the lightning storm damage when triggered by 6 people. I'm excited to see, but time will tell. Alright, so moving on here, let's take a look at the upcoming exotic quest sword, the Lament. Banshee 44, this weapon, and Clovis Spray all have some amazing lore tied in together. I won't spoil anything here, but be on the lookout for the lore associated with this weapon as well as Banshee. It's pretty epic. Exotic perk, Banshee's Wail. Hold to rev the blade. While revved, receive a damage increase, shield bypass, and adds shield piercing to all attacks, aka can take out barrier shields. Also while revved, gain stacks when dealing damage, and additional stacks increase the damage output and damage resistance of heavy attacks. Intrinsic perk, revved consumption. Damaging a combatant heals the wielder? Like what? I didn't know this at all. And now I see why everyone's so excited for this weapon. Not only does it look sick, but anything that has high damage output and heals you in the process, I mean, yes please. This is going to be a huge help in the 1280 lost sectors. Alright, so moving over to stats. Swing speed 46, fairly slow, but impact of 74, defense of 70. Charge rate 32, ammo capacity sits at 62, which is about the going rate for that impact. Alright, ladies and gents, and finally the last official exotic weapon in the database, a new exotic rocket launcher called Eyes of Tomorrow, starring Tom Cruise. Rumored to be the upcoming raid exotic, this launcher looks to be kind of a beast, albeit a little creepy. Exotic perk, Eyes on All. This weapon is capable of tracking and firing at multiple targets simultaneously. Intrinsic perk, Adaptive Ordnance. Killing 4 or more combatants in a single volley increases the damage of the next volley. Blast radius of 75, velocity 57 with reload at 51, handling 50, stability at 75. Now, not sure what to make of this just yet. It seems to be like kind of an upgraded Warcliffe coil. However, rockets are pretty strong right now. Add on boss spec and then mod your armor with the charge with light mods, and then slap on the rocket launcher damage increase similar to the sword damage mod. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's going to make a big difference. So while I'm not sure what to make of this yet, I know it's going to be pretty good. Now that's all for the weapons right now, and unfortunately Hawkmoon isn't in the database yet, or if it is, it's hidden or classified. But we do know it's coming because there's going to be a quest for it sometime soon. And I don't really want to talk about it because I know they're going to replace the Holding Aces perk, the Luck in the Chamber things, with something similar to Thorn, so we'll have to wait for that. Alright, Guardians, so next up, let's move on to the exotic Beyond Light armor, and there are some effing great ones this year. starting with my man the Warlock. First up, something that Dawnblade desperately needed, a damage buff to the super. The exotic helmet called Dawn Chorus, go out in a blaze of glory. Exotic perk here, Rites of Ember. Your Daybreak projectiles cause targets to burn on contact and deal more damage to them. All of your burn effects last longer, and you gain a small amount of melee energy each time one of your burns damages a target. Not sure how much extra damage it'll deal out, but this was desperately needed. Next, the second Warlock exotic, Necrotic Grip. Exotic perk here, Grasp of the Devourer. Damaging combatants with melee attacks corrupts them with increasing damage over time. Defeating a corrupted combatant spreads the effect to nearby targets and restores melee energy. You can see this in action here, and it looks pretty cool, but these gauntlets seem to be something you'd only really use in specific circumstances. However, it has been discovered that these gauntlets work in concert with Thorn. If an enemy burns out via Thorn, it will then spread to other enemies, and you gain melee energy for it. So this combination seems to be pretty powerful. Not really sure if it's an intended addition. I don't think it was supposed to be, but I hear it is a ton of fun. Next up, let's check out the two Hunter exotics coming in Beyond Light, starting with the absolutely sick-looking horror-style helmet, Mask of Bacchus. Exotic perk, Light Shift. Replaces your Stasis subclass dodge ability with a longer range, faster moving shift that partially cloaks you during use. After shifting, arc weapons deal increased damage for a short time. Looks like this one will pair nicely with Risk Runner. After that, we have Aetheris' Embrace. Exotic perk, Skittering Stinger. Weighted Knife gains a second bounce. Rapid precision hits with your weapons grant Weighted Knife a significant damage bonus and the ability to stagger unshielded combatants for a short time. Now we're going to have to wait and see if the damage increase is significant enough to warrant the use of this, because an extra bounce on a throwing knife doesn't really seem like a good use of an exotic perk. And finally, let's move over to the Titan. First, the helmet, Precious Scars. Another awesome look and style here. Exotic perk, Kintsugi. After reviving or being revived, you gain an aura that provides overshields to you and your nearby allies. Well, it looks like Trials of Osiris will be seeing this helmet for the foreseeable future. And last but not least, the exotic Titan gauntlets, Icefall Mantle. Exotic perk, Glacial Guard. Replaces your barricade ability with a personal armor reinforcement that absorbs a small amount of damage. While reinforced, you are slowed and a barricade does not recharge. Again, the usefulness of this will depend on how much damage you can sustain before it goes away. And yeah, that's about it, Guardians. Besides Hawkmoon and perhaps maybe one more, these are all of the new exotics in Beyond Light. Now, like I said, there could be others hidden, such as secret quests like the Whisper of the Worm mission, but we won't know for sure until that arrives. Even though I love looking over new exotics and talking about them, I like it even more when I log on and randomly discover there's a new secret mission that's been, found. So either way, I'm all for waiting it out. But anyways, that's it, y'all. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you all so much for watching. I checked out a few legendary weapons, and besides a door, there's really not much else to take note of. Here's hoping that some of the upcoming weapons in later seasons will replace some of the sunset weapons, because our powerful inventory is definitely smaller. But I'm out of here, y'all, as always, and once again, thank you for supporting Sly Nation. If you're new to my channel, then a welcome, Guardian. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to subscribe for the latest Beyond Light info, news, guides, and videos. Turn those alerts on and feel free to share this with your family, friends, and clanmates. Spank the thumbs up or down if you liked, loved, or hated the video, and if you wish to get in touch, business or otherwise, email me, SlyNationGaming67@gmail.com, or check me out on the socials, at Sly_Nation on Twitter, SlyNationGaming on the FB. Take care, y'all, and be sure to tune in for my Day 1 raid live stream. While I'm not going for World's First, Day 1 blind raiding is why I still play Destiny today, and I absolutely love doing it. So tune in to see the epic fails turn into awesome victories. Keep those eyes open for more Sly Nation Destiny 2 videos coming out here soon. But until then, this is your dude Sly, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Now